footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, breaking down the Bears versus the Raiders. Now let's look at Chicago in this game. Tough break, no pun intended, with Jay Cutler being out with a broken thumb. I like the way he's been playing all season, but how the Bears can come in and attack the Raiders. You look at the Raiders and what they do well. They're very aggressive. The way the Bears can attack these guys is neutralize that aggressiveness. You use their greatest strength as your greatest weakness. The kryptonite to an aggressive defense like the Raiders, screen passes. The good thing about the Bears, they have one of the best all-purpose backs in the league. So I would say you look for Matt Forte to catch a lot more passes out of the backfield. Two things that's going to do is help ease some of the pressure off of Caleb Haney, and it's also going to weaken that Raiders pressure as they won't be as aggressive when they rush the passer, because they don't want to leave open lanes and gaps for Forte to catch passes. Now defensively, stopping the Raiders is all gonna fall on that defensive line. If the Bears defensive line can come in and hold their own at the point of attack versus the Raiders big offensive line, they could have some success. So the key matchup is going to be the interior, whether they move Peppers around the line of scrimmage, but whoever's going to be over Stefan Wisniewski, he's the lighter of the offensive lineman, so that can be an opportunity for the Bears to have some success. So I want to see, can Henry Melton win that battle over the center? Whoever's going to be lined up over Wisniewski has to win that battle, and that's what I'm looking for. That's where the Bears can have a huge advantage against Oakland. Now let's look at the Raiders in this game and what they can do against Chicago. Offensively, you see where Carson Palmer is getting better, protecting the football. The passing game is opening up. So let's see how well it grows again versus the Chicago Bears. But what they can attack is the safety. So you look for a tight end like Kevin Boss, who has a big physical frame. He's going to have to come in, and he's going to have to be that guy that controls the middle. And what that is going to do is take one guy out of the box, whether it be Briggs or Urlacher, take this guy out of the box and force him to focus on that passing lane that's going to be vacated when he drops back in coverage. So I look at where they also can attack. You take the guy out the box, you also be able to run the football. Now, will you get more Tyron Jones in? Will McFadden be healthy? Who knows? But the fact is they have to get Kevin Boss involved, because he's going to have to be a huge asset for this team this week against Chicago. Now defensively, no Cutler, no problem. You have to make sure you get to Caleb Haney. Quiet as kept, Haney has some athleticism and he can move out the pocket well. And I look for Mike Morris to move the pocket for Haney to get him to throw in on the run. But this is still the Bears offensive line. Cutler also saved the Bears O-line with his strong arm and ability to make quick decisions. We're going to see how well Haney can do so when the Raiders send extras. So look for those linebackers to be actively involved, not only in blitzing Haney, but also in covering Forte. If they can't cover Forte, it's going to be a long day for this Raiders defense, and that's what I'm looking for, to see how well Curry and company stay on Forte's hip pocket. Now let's look at some X factor. X factors for the Chicago Bears has to be the defensive interior. If you're going to stop the Raiders running game, it starts from within. So I look for these guys to control the middle of the field and they can have some success. X factor for the Raiders, I mentioned it already. Kevin Boss has to have a huge day against the Bears defense. You need a tight end to really defeat a cover two. Big game right here, big rivalry game. You could probably see this game later on down the line. Another possible Super Bowl matchup. Not saying, but I'm saying I like the Raiders in this game. Well-balanced offensive attack. Passing game is going to start opening up even more so. Defense, they're going after Caleb Haney, and it should be a long day by the Bay for the Bears. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan. And listen to the Football Game Plan radio show, which airs Saturdays 11 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.